What's going on, everybody on YouTube? My name is Carlos Gomez. For those who don't know me, I am the founder of LaCasaGomezCigars, and I distribute Don Luis, the Don Luis cigars. These are very special, some very special cigars. For those who haven't tried it, y'all should go to your local stores and see if they have them. If they're not there, let me know, and I'll make sure that they're there in your local, your local area as soon as possible. So, what I want to speak on today, this is a brand new channel, by the way. So, I already have an Instagram for the business. So, for those who don't know it or don't follow it, please go and follow that Instagram. Is La Casa La Casa LACASA Gomez with a Z Cigars. La Casa Gomez Cigars. Go back and follow that. And just like I said, let me know. I like feedback. I like criticism, whether it's good or bad, so I can know what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, and face it in the future, go into the future. So today, what I want to speak about is this beautiful cigar right here. This, as you know, it's canoeing a little bit, but it won't be for long. This cigar right here, and a little bit of my history before I bombarding you with a bunch of YouTube videos and talking about cigars and all that. I just want to give you a little. I'm not gonna go into full detail about this cigar, but I am gonna speak about it a little bit, being that I'm already smoking it. And then I also want to talk about a little bit of my background, so that you guys could get to know me, and hopefully we could, I could get to know you guys in the future. So, like I said, my name is Carlos Gomez. I'm 26, going on 27. I'm a New York native. My family is from Dominican Republic, hence why Dominican Cigars, says it right there, Dominican Republic. So my family is from Dominican Republic. I lived in Dominican Republic in the capital, which is Santo Domingo, for a year when I was younger. I lived up there with my dad, and my mother's from the countryside, from Puerto Plata, that's up north, the north side of the Dominican Republic, and it's a beautiful place. I love it. My family travels over there often. Obviously, I have a lot of relatives over there, and I was born and raised in New York, though. I was born in Uptown Manhattan, Washington Heights area, but I was raised in the Bronx. So that's why I actually eventually ended up meeting my wife. We grew up together. She was my neighbor. She lived on the 5th floor on this side of the building. I was on the 6th floor on this side of the building. So we kind of grew up together. We went to the same school, so we kind of knew each other from since we was, since we could remember. We already, we knew each other. So my entire world and my perception of life kind of comes from the Bronx. But I just moved down here to North Carolina back in 2020 in the midst of the pandemic. Obviously, I guess you could call that migrating for a new life. I was looking for a new life, a better future, better environment for me to raise my kids in. And I ended up in a small little town called Lincolnton. So, and ever since then, we love it. We don't want to move out. It's a beautiful place. It's I wouldn't change it even if I had a choice. I wouldn't change it. I love Lincolnton. It's just a beautiful scenery for me and for my family. So, the purpose of me doing this YouTube channel is so that you guys can actually get to know me a little bit more, because on my Instagram I'm not as active with with myself personally. So you guys don't really get to see me too much. You guys don't hear me. You guys don't see me. You guys don't really get to interact with me too much. I try to keep the Instagram strictly business for a reason, because I don't want to promote myself. There's no reason for me to promote myself. I'm looking to promote the business, the customers, the reviews. So on YouTube, I would like for you guys to get to know me a little bit more intimate, so you guys can get to know who's the face behind the YouTube. Behind the Instagram page, and who's behind the La Casa Gomez Cigars, and who's the one that's providing the Don Luis cigars in your local area. The reason why I decided to start this business, it was honestly by coincidence. I was actually renting out a U-Haul because I was moving. I was relocating a few months ago, and the gentleman that owns the U-Haul store, he has this tobacco station. He had a humidor, but the humidor was empty, and so I asked him. I said, I asked him simply. I said, if he sells cigars, or when will he have some cigars? Because I usually have to drive like 30 minutes just to go buy some cigars for the nearest cigar shop. And he told me that he just finished acquiring the store, so he didn't know where or who to contact to buy cigars from. So, which is why the humidor was empty. So that kind of gave me a light bulb. I called my I called. I made a few phone calls, and I was able to get some cigars for him. He told me he was interested. I was able to get him some cigars. So he actually eventually ended up buying the first bundle of cigars that I received, and from there I saw the potential. I saw the potential. So the first shipment that I received was 4 bundles, and he bought one, but now I had 3 left that I have to do something with. So I decided to go to my local area and go to all the tobacco spots and talk to them and see if they were interested. I gave them free samples, and the samples ended up giving them, they ended up doing really, really well. So they ended up being interested in placing an order. So I ended up selling those out. The next shipment was 8 bundles, and those 8 bundles, again, the same thing, ended up selling out. The next shipment, 12 bundles, ended up selling out, and next thing you know, I'm now in Statesville and Gastonia, Belmont, Hickory, Lincolnton, Cherryville. So I'm in all kinds of different places now. But it all started with just by coincidence, because of the guy, that owner of the U-Haul store. He wanted a bundle of cigars, and I didn't really think about it too deep into it. I just thought, let me just get this guy some cigars. That way he sells. That way I'll be able to buy cigars that I actually like in my local area, instead of having to go 30 minutes from my town to go buy some cigars that I'm not really too much of a fan of. So that was really my mindset at the beginning. And then once it started going and blowing up, it's like there's demand for it. I didn't even know that there was demand like this for it. So that's kind of how I got into this business. It was by coincidence. I've always been intrigued by it. I always wanted to do it. But I didn't know where to start. I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know who to call. I didn't know. I really didn't know. I didn't know too much of the ins and outs of it, I guess you could say. But the only way to learn really is when you go knee deep into the water and you just go for it. So that's ultimately what I did. And like I said, now I'm in multiple different locations and in different counties, different areas, and expanding pretty quickly, honestly. So, and obviously being at the business is fairly new. It's not like I could brag and say that I'm making money off of it. Obviously, I'm not, because everything that I make, I throw back into the business to keep growing it, because that's how much demand there is right now for what I'm doing, and how much calls I get, how many emails, how many direct messages. How many people call me to get the product. They sell fast. So that's a little bit about the business that I'm doing and how it's going. And like I said, to talk a little bit about this cigar right here, which it just, I guess, turned off on me because I'm ranting a little bit, I guess. And by the way, I know I'm making this video in my car, but the reason why is because, again, I'm just trying to go into YouTube and go knee deep into YouTube. I'll never understand the YouTube game unless I go in and get into it. So I've been sitting on the idea of getting on YouTube for a little while, for a couple of months, honestly, because I don't know how to get into it. I don't understand how to do the algorithm or I don't understand none of that. So I've been trying to make it perfect, wait for how I can make the scenery in the background and, make it seem like, the way that these professional YouTubers have it with a microphone and all of that. But I have no idea what I'm doing or how to do it or what to purchase or how to edit. I don't know how to do any of that. So I figured, I was just driving somewhere, and I said, you know what? Let me stop sitting on the idea and let me actually record my first video and upload it on YouTube. I guess you could say, like, I've heard from a friend of mine. He says fear means fear everything and run, or excuse my French, but fuck everything and rise. So I said, you know what? Fuck everything. I'm gonna rise. So here I am now making this video in my car, but eventually I'm gonna get better at it. Just like if you was to scroll down my Instagram, you will see that my Instagram is kind of, it gets better over time. That's how everything in life goes, you know. So the YouTube page, the YouTube channel, if you stick with me, you'll see that it'll get better over time. You know, and the scenery will be a little bit different. I have some ideas on how I wanna do it. I wanna make a little bit of background music to it. I want to put some greenery in my background, so so you can see the background and you can see. I have some ideas on how I wanna make my YouTube channel look, and you guys, hopefully you guys stick with me and you guys see the growth in the page. So it's already a 10-minute video. I had no idea that I could even talk that long to myself. So hopefully you guys watch this long, because I don't want to, you know, hopefully I didn't waste my time talking all this 10 minutes, 10 minutes just talking to myself. So hopefully you guys liked it, you guys watched. And again, a little bit about the cigar. The cigar is amazing. This was actually my first cigar that I purchased, that I received in a shipment, is a Torpedo Maduro. This cigar has been the best-selling cigar that I've had since I started the business. And a lot of it has to do because it was the only selection that I had at the beginning. So obviously it's gonna do better because it's more people are already more familiar with it. But it's a really good cigar. As you can see, I don't know if you can see the quality of it. It smells amazing, tastes amazing. The strength is there. The strength is a little bit more on the full body side, but it's not as strong as others. You know what I mean? So it's like a perfect cigar if you want a full body cigar, but you don't want such a harsh, strong cigar. This is a great cigar. It draws perfectly. It draws amazing. The texture of it is beautiful. And so if you guys want to try it out, like I said, the website is up on my Instagram. You guys can place an order, or if you guys are local near me, you know, in any area that I'm locally near, that I could supply you with it, I could give you a free sample. It doesn't matter to me. Like I said, I'm not doing it for the money, so it doesn't hurt me to give out free samples. I give cigars for free every day. It's just something that I love, and I want to help other people enjoy their experience when they're smoking one of my cigars. So if you guys are not on my Instagram already following me, please do. My Instagram is LaCasaGomezCigars. My website if you want to place an order is also on the bio. Is a Shopify, so it's not like the domain name is not the most professional, because obviously all this I'm still learning how to do all of this, and I'm a one-man army, so everything is all me. So the domain is there. I mean, the website is on the bio if you guys are interested in buying them. Obviously is 25 is a pack of 25 for $125. So and I have 4 selections up at the moment. Soon I'll be putting more up, but those are the 4 selections that I have in stock at the moment. So it's 25 cigars for $125. So it'll basically be like $5 a cigar. Now, if you purchase it in your local store, they retail them for about $8 to $10, obviously, but I sell them for $125 for a pack of 25. So you get them at a wholesale price, but you'd have to buy a whole pack. And like I said, follow me on Instagram. Leave me criticism, feedback, good or bad. It doesn't matter. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Thumbs down if you don't like the video. Leave me comments on YouTube. I appreciate all of that. I appreciate everything, simply because, like I said, I'm beginning. Is a beginning of a journey for me. So I'm not sure what to expect. And some of you guys might know a little bit more than me in some areas. So I appreciate if you guys could give me some game on some things that I may not know. Or some things that you would like for me to speak on, so I'd appreciate any feedback. So my phone number is also on Instagram. My email address, obviously, is all the same, LaCasaGomezCigars@gmail.com. If you guys want to email me, if you guys want to text me or call me, if you guys want to DM me, direct message me, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram, all of that, I'd appreciate it. It helps my brand build, it helps my business boom, and I'm looking forward to making the next video and seeing how this one goes. So don't go anywhere. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and just watch the growth, because without you, it wouldn't make any sense for me to be making these videos. So I appreciate anything that you guys get, any feedback that you guys give me. Until next time, take care.